Okay, so I just got done with my ride. I tried to do an intro before I started, but I'm sitting in my car now. Outside, the traffic is really loud, so it should be okay in here. So I just rode Kettle's trail to Bluff Trail to the beach trail. Now I tried to go all the way to the Cascadia campsite, but you can't on a bike because it's no bikes. So that's the trails that'll be on this one. So I started at Kettle's Gate, went down Kettle's. It comes to the blacktop. Take a left, take your next right, takes you up, and then you're in the campground. You're gonna go in the campground. You'll hit Bluff Trail. You'll go around the bluff, and then you'll go around some of the Ebby fort, and then you'll hit this little beach. And basically at the beach, you're only going to be on it for a little bit, like I mean a little bit, because it runs it. That's where the no bike is, but it's got a spot where you can just kind of ride around and then come back. It's a little over 4 miles, but it was pretty nice. So if you want to know about it, I hope this helps doing your research to see if you could come out here and do it. That's what I'm trying to do these for. I'm trying to make them for research purposes. So if you want to come out here hiking or camping or something. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy it. Alright, so you get down there and you park by the road, come in here. Got to tell you about the hunting season, got all the maps, got the courtesy, you know, everybody yields to the horses and all that stuff. So this is the beginning of the Kettles. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but right here I have it pulled up on all trails, and I'm just going to follow this. So I'm going to get going. So this is an out and back trail. Shouldn't be too bad. So if you watch my channel normally for fishing and stuff, the fishing's coming. It's just my boat's in the shop, and Lynn-Cod just closed, and salmon's not open yet. Well, it's open in some places, but a little too far for me. I'm going to make those trips next year. I wanted to this year, but my boat was acting funny over the winter. I thought it was the fuel pumps, and changed them all out, and it's still doing it. So I took it to a mechanic, so I'm just not throwing money at it, not fixing what's wrong with it. So in the meantime, I'm riding my bike, plus I'm trying to get in a little bit, I don't want to say better shape, I just want to get healthier. So I have a fatty liver, I don't drink, so we got to, give me a second, let me slow down and before I go down this hill. I don't like when my screen cuts off when I'm riding, because I like to use the all the time. Anyway, I say I got a fatty liver. I don't drink, so it's non-alcoholic. Probably hereditary, and I have a huge sweet tooth. So I'm trying to cut out sweets and exercise more. Started going to the gym, starting to ride the bike, and you know, I find stuff like riding my bike and going to the gym, you know, does the same thing, just like fishing does for someone who has PTSD. It actually, man, I'm having a hard time with gears today. It actually helps to stay helps with the mental part of the PTSD. You know, there's a whole lot of other stuff that come along with PTSD. You know, you have a lot of depression and stuff like that. So getting out in nature is probably one of the best natural medicines. So I've had this bike, I think I bought it last year, can't remember. Yeah, I've had it for about a year, and I would go ride with friends, and then it was fun. So they like to do a lot of downhill and jumps and drops and all that stuff. I don't know, I'm 52 years old. I'm not trying to learn something new. Plus, on top of that, I don't want to say I'm old, because 52 is not that old, but due to my physical limitations, you know, if you watch my channel before, I got a bad back, my hips, and occasionally my knees get angry at me. So doing the jumps and the drops and stuff, I don't know if my body can handle it. But a few days ago, it was Saturday, today's Tuesday, I went with them and I rode up the mountain, and then coming down, you know, they're flying with all this speed, and I'm really slow, so they get all this speed and they're jumping and doing all that stuff, and I just pretty much just go last and roll over or roll around and everything. You know, there was one trail that was pretty small trail, and I could actually see exactly how the jumps and everything were laid out on it. So, you know, I jumped a couple small things. When I say small, like I probably got 6 inches of air, and they're getting feet of air. But like I said, I go up there to hang out with my friends, and I get exercise climbing up the hill. And believe it or not, coming down the hill is harder than you would think. So well, it's a pretty nice trail so far. This is Kettle's, and you can see when you stop, you know, it tells you the trails are open, and then, you know, property, and then right there's another trail you can go down, and then right here, you know, it says Kettle's Trail. So, you know, they're pretty smart back here. I'm looking for a place that I can come and just get out and enjoy nature, but also come out with the wife. And I have some friends that are, turn left. I got some friends whose wives want to ride too, but they can't do the downhill. So maybe this trail will work, and we can get the wives to come out here with us and just enjoy a nice little ride through the woods. So that little gravel hill was a little sketchy, but if you're not experienced, you just walk down it, and on the way out you can walk up it. So I do need to take a little air out of my tires. So I asked a friend when we was out the mountain last week, and he said he thought they were had a little too much. So, and if you use All Trails, now we actually have a pro subscription. I think there's 3 or 4 levels. I'm not really sure what the difference in them all is. I do know the other level you can actually build your own route. But I just pulled up, when I got to the area, I pulled up the map, and it showed me what routes are in the area. At home, I chose this one, Kettle's to the Cascadia Marine Camping, I think is what it's called. Because I was curious about this trail right here, Kettle's trail. And I think I know where it comes out, because of the bike ride video before this, when I went to the Bluff Trail, I actually passed a sign that said Kettle's. Alright, so I'm gonna, yep, I'll stop right here. Alright, so I do know where I am. So this is the campground road, and then there's Cedar Hollow, and then here's the trail info. We have to go up the hill a little bit, and then on the right side it'll say Kettle's. So I'm gonna restart my camera so my file's not so big, and we'll start going again. Alright, so basically from the parking lot to the road here, 13 minutes, 1.2 miles. So, and you could also park here. This is where I missed my turn last week. And right when you go up, see right here, Kettle's Trail. So I'm trying to show you all this in real time, real clips. I'm going to try not to edit much. There will be a 30-second edit at the beginning, because I went the wrong way. I'm good at that. It took a second for my phone to realize where I was. Alright, so right here you go left. See Kettle's. That is Forest Run. And I'll also be doing these other routes too. So my goal is to come out here and do as many of the routes as I can, and you know, put them up for, you know, people to research. You know, if you want to come out here and walk with you and your spouse, for instance, and you want to walk beside one another instead of following one another, you know, Kettle's Trail so far would be a good one. Alright, so you got Kettle's right here. Climb the hill. Now, I am on an e-bike, so it's a little bit easier. When I'm climbing hills like this, I do go in a boost. So I am in boost right now. So if it looks like I'm doing this all easy, It's not because I'm in shape. It's because I have this cool bike. And see, right here is when I really notice I have too much air in my tires. When I hit a rock or a root, I'm kind of bouncing off of it instead of going over it. Now this trail is a out and back trail. So all the stuff I'm climbing now, I'll actually be going down when I get up. Alright, so that's the campground right there. Kettle's is right here to the left. And I'm just going for a nice stroll. I'm not trying to break no land speed records or nothing like that. Like, I'm just out here to enjoy nature and to get a little exercise for my body and my brain. Oh, wrong way. Okay, here I'm not in boost on this one. Alright, right here to go to the right. See horse tracks. Looks like horse tracks. Remember, out here on the trail, horses always have the right of way. Then I think it's bicycles. And then I think it's people. I'm getting into the campground now, so I'm not going to talk while I'm in the campground because I don't want to disturb people. Plus, I don't want people call me in and get me admitted to the hospital. Alright, so here's the campground, so I'm going to restart my camera. Okay, that section took a little over 5 minutes. We're basically 1.8 miles in.
Is there any like rules like
Morning.
don't run through other people's campsites?
No, these are only open.
Alright, the entrance is over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Drop past this one. Okay, so we just turned on Bluff Trail. So you have to get off Kettles. You get on Bluff for a minute. And that's the good thing about following the all trails is, you know, you just follow the green line. Alright, so bicycle zone slow. So we're on the Bluff Trail. This was part of the video I did last week. You'll see in a second, we'll come around this corner and there's going to be a nice lookout. So, yeah. Here's a lookout point. Got a nice bench. overlooks the Puget Sound. So it's really beautiful out here. It's too cloudy today, so I can't show you some mountains, but that's the Olympics over there. So there's an island right there. Man, I can't remember the name of that island. And then there's a buoy out there. So nice views, nice viewpoints. So just like a second ago, I'm gonna stop the camera and restart it, and then start again. All right, let's continue down Bluff Trail. And you do want to go down through here because they, you know, it's called Bluff Trail for a reason. So my ride last week, I came down through here, but when I got up here, I turned off. So actually I turned off before I got to this part, but today's is different. Alrighty. So he got him something. So this is part of the bunker system at Ebby's Landing, old military fort, Fort Ebby. So we're just going to continue to go around this way. And you do have to be careful when you're riding a bike out here, because there are some places where bikes are not supposed to go. I do not know where those places are. Had to wait on my GPS to catch up again. So pretty much just go down here and you should pick up. Okay, there it is. Hope I'm not riding where I'm not supposed to ride. I didn't see no signs that said not to. So pretty much just come right around. You didn't have to go down where I went down. And then hit the beach trail. Oh, little snake. Don't have to worry about snakes over here. Nothing is poisonous in this part of Washington. Okay. So I wanted to ride all the way down. All right, let me stop it and then I'll explain. Okay, so my route was supposed to go here, along here, and all the way down here to the state park. But right here's what I was talking about earlier, no bicycles. And then right here it says the trail's open to hikers, dogs with people, trail closed to bikes. So I can't go this way on my bike. So with that said, I'm just going to recenter it, follow this trail back around, and then work my way back out. So yeah, so let me stop my camera, start over, and all right, started my camera over, got this up. So all right, let's head back. I don't really know where this is taking me. Okay. Now I do. Alright, so if you want to use this trail to hike, you can keep going. If you're like me and you're on a bike, you can't go all the way. But so far I've been 2 miles and it was still a nice ride, so now I'm just gonna backtrack my way back and call it a day. You know, like I said, I rode a couple times last week. I rode 10 miles. Well, okay, so the 10 miles is kind of deceptive. It was 10 miles total, but you know, some of it was downhill. So, you know, you're not pedaling the whole time, even though you still do get a workout when you're coming downhill. And then yesterday I did legs at the gym. So today was just to come out and show y'all a nice little route and to work the muscles, you know, kind of keep them from getting too sore, but at the same time, well, I mean, also building up that butt muscle, or I don't know, the part that sits on the seat that hurts when you're on a bike. It's not fun. Okay, here's where we turn left. Now, if it went straight right there, that would have took you to the other part of the bluff trail. That's in the video before this. It says main line to bluff trail. And I always watch there's some overhanging limbs in places. Alright, so I'll go to the right. Try to be quiet in the campground. Alright, go back in here on Kettles. Excuse me, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good walk.
You have a good ride.
Thank you. Courtesy goes a long way on trails, people. Either getting out of the way or saying excuse me, or just be nice. You know, I don't know what's going on in his world. He don't know what's going on in my world. I could be having a horrible day, and he could say something and make me lose my cool or vice versa. You know, there's so much division right now everywhere. But, well, yeah, let's just leave it at that. Alrighty. The trails are marked pretty good. You see that sign right there to the left, just, you know, said how to go to the campground. One of these days I'm going to learn how to change gears on my bike the right way. Seems like I always change the gears the wrong way. But I will say this, I've only rode it for 76 miles. Yeah, it's still breaking in. Yeah, definitely got to take a little air out. It's a little hard coming over some of the stumps. Alright, so here we're going to go over to the left, or straight I guess you could say. So my bike, see, wrong gear again. Wrong, okay. My bad, it was the right gear. I typically ride my bike in trail mode 95% of the time. And when I'm climbing a hill, I go into boost mode. Well, okay, I'm climbing a hill now and I'm not in boost, I'm in trail. Really steep hills that would really wear me out to where I don't have no energy to enjoy the ride. I go into boost. You know, I'm not. Okay, right here's the road. Nothing coming, nothing coming. I'm not training for the Olympics or anything. I'm out here for physical and mental health. Alright, here's Kettle's. So it doesn't hurt my feelings to run and boost. I don't feel like I'm cheating myself or anything, but I also want to get a little exercise, so I do only need to use it when I need to go to boost. If I don't have to go to boost, then I stay in trail. So this would be an easy trail to hike. Not a extremely hard trail to bike. I'm not a pro. I am, well, I'll say I'm semi-athletic, or used to be. I don't know what I'd be called now, other than older. All right, so here's that gravel hill I come down. See if I can get up it. You see, then go to the right. Boys and girls, that was all e-bike. So we're at 3.3 miles right now. So looks like these trails are maintained pretty good, wide enough so the new growth for the year is not covering it up all the way. I'm sure a little bit later in the year might be a little different. Alright, so there's the Roy Evans Trail. If you look on there, you'll see it. Maybe we'll do it next. That was Cedar Trail. And all these are also on, like I can look down and I see the trail name on my map on all trails. Now I think I got the cameras out there where you can't see the all trails, but I can look down and see the trail. So say if I wanted to ride further today, I could just look down here and be like, okay, there's a trail up here going off to my left. I could go down it and then take a right and then circle around to the parking lot from a different way. So you can plan all kinds of trips even when you're out here. You don't have to plan them for you get here. You just come out here and throw in, cut on all trails, hit, you know, start your location and take off, and just look at the map and go. And I can look right here and tell if I take this left up here, if I take the trail up here on the left, I can go to the right. And it takes me way around where I'm parked, and I come into my parking area from my back place. Probably adds another, I don't know, maybe another mile on it. And one day this week I'm going to kind of do that. I'm just going to come out here and take random trails and see what there is. Trying to learn which ones are like this and which ones have the roots and the rocks, because like I said earlier, my wife, that's the trail right there I just passed to the left. That's like a take. My wife's gonna come riding too, and you know, she wants to come out here and ride and have fun. She don't want to be bouncing off roots and rocks. And you know, my good friend, his wife's the same way. You know, he could care less. He rides downhill, so you know, this kind of stuff is just family time. You know. I mean, knowing that we can park here and get out there to where all those picnic tables and that bluff was, I want to talk to them and maybe one evening get them to come out here and ride out there after work and have dinner out there on the bluff and just enjoy stuff. You know, up here in Washington, if you're in Washington, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not in Washington, and it don't get dark here at 10 o'clock at night, and it's daylight in the 4 o'clock hour. So we only got from like 10 o'clock at night to 4 o'clock in the morning of darkness right now. All right. I don't know what that trail's name. Something Pump. I think I can just see Pump. It looks like Pump on the edge of my screen. So I have to check it out the day I come. You know, matter of fact, the next day I come, I might just make an explore. I might just come out here and spend an hour or two. Oh, somebody dropped their doggy duty bag on the trail. So I'm not gonna say nothing bad, because sometimes what I do, my dog uses the bathroom and I'm on my way in and I'm walking on the same way on the way out. I'll clean up the poo and I'll set it on the trail, and then I pick it up on the way in, so I'm not carrying a bag of poo for an hour and a half. Now if I do know if I'm going somewhere where there's garbage cans or something up ahead, then I will carry it to those garbage cans. But from where that bag is, they'd be carrying it a long way. So hopefully they'll pick it up. This is a pretty easy trail. We're coming up to the end. We didn't get to do all of it because of no bikes. I'm sure I probably could have walked it and pushed the bike, you know. But if it says no bikes, I'm not going to push my luck, you know. I'm going to try to respect everything around here. So I can hear the road. We're at 4.2 miles. I can see the road now. I just seen a car go by. And on my map, I can see my start and end point. But yeah, so this was pretty much the Kettle's Trail to Bluff Trail to the Beach Trail. So, alright, so here's the parking place. There's the trash, the bench, the road. There's my vehicle. So, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you out.